I wish. Is there something I can eat for that to get better tuitioned?
Sorry.
There's not. I just got to keep feeding the accounts. That's the only way to keep them nourished, right?
That's right. Got to get them educated.
Tell me 3 steps to get things started.
Well, the first step is to see where they are and what their goals are, what they want to accomplish. The second step is we feed all that data into some really good software, which I call the crystal ball, that actually gives us some output showing how things may turn out. Then we come up with alternative ideas that will improve their picture and make it even more secure. These are ideas and things that folks will never get just from a do-it-yourself type way of handling things. So I think it's been proven over and over again that folks that use an advisor have a lot more happy and successful lives.
You can go on the internet, but it's not a one-size-fits-all type deal.
Well, everybody has their specialties. I may be talking to an engineer that can tell you all about the various goings on the various projects that he's doing and things. I could go on the internet and try to research a little bit about that, but I'm far from being an expert. It's something that he's done for 25 years and knows all the ins and outs, and you'll never get all the ins and outs or the ideal financial product by Googling it on the internet. And you can do some research, but it's going to be hard to get down to the nitty-gritty of which company has the best product to solve this particular situation.
Well, do you ever find out that people are just a little afraid at first because they're afraid of the hard truth?
I think that may be a good point. It's one of those things that's easy to put off, and before you know it, time flies, and you're not 30 anymore. You're 55 or 60 and still behind the 8 ball. So it's not too late, though, to start working on the problem and making the best of the situation.
So even if you start off with something, you can make adjustments, right? So I mean, like say I only have an extra $50 a month right now to do something. It's better to use that $50 now and make adjustments as I have more money going on, right?
I would say starting with anything is better than just putting the problem off another 10 years.
Again, you can adjust it as your situation gets better or as your situation changes. You can make adjustments to the plan. I mean, it's not like you sign on and you're stuck there forever. It's not like a cell phone contract.
True.
You can keep around and move things around. So,
well, and once we have a client's data and we've done a good job of everybody's happy with the situation, well, life does change. Well, we have this to refer to year in and year out and make the adjustments we may need to make or improvements. It's hard to accomplish everything one might need to accomplish in 2 months. So let's knock out the top 1 or 2 issues, and then we'll start working on the rest of those issues over time.
So I always love to hear about some great success stories. Like whenever I talk to advisors, they always have, they always have these neat stories about how somebody came in and didn't think they could do something, and next thing you know, that their clients are retired on the beach in Florida, or they get these great thank you cards from saying, you know what, I can't believe that I put this off, and you really helped us. You got any good success stories out there you'd like to share?
Well, just recently, a couple of clients, husband and wife, that we started working with around 10 years ago. And over the years, as he changed jobs, we would roll another 401k to an IRA. And he's finally reached the point that he's going to hang it up and retire. And we've been working the last year getting all the little details handled where we could turn on an income that he can count on, he and his wife, the rest of their lives. And in this particular fellow's case, he has plenty of adequate income, and in his case, every bit of it's guaranteed, and it's guaranteed to increase over the years. And so he couldn't be happier, also knowing that his savings, dollars there, are protected from market crashes, and, you know, that's a big concern. It's kind of hard to plan a retirement with most of your money in a product that can go down 40% in a very short period of time. So, not only be diversified, but make sure you have that guaranteed income. We find that folks that have guaranteed incomes are happier. Teachers, policemen, firemen. So the more guaranteed income you've got, the better. And that gives you a little opportunity there to still be invested in the market, knowing that you've got that base income that cannot go away.
Right. Everybody's happy with a little extra income coming in, for sure.
You bet.
So what's your favorite part about doing this financial advising?
My favorite part is meeting the people, getting to know them, doing a good job, solving problems. That's why I've got so many gray hairs, is I've helped solve so many problems over the years. So I just like working with people.
Awesome. And the name of your book is Don't Go Broke in a Nursing Home. And people can call and get a free copy of your book, right?
That's right. We'll be glad to send them out a copy.
There's lots of tips and tricks, like we talked about, how veterans can get that $26,000 a year tax-free. There's some tips for that. But obviously, once they read the book, they're definitely going to want to call you as well.
Yeah, so if any of those things apply, we can help fix it. And if we get started early enough, we can solve that long-term care issue before it happens. But don't remember some of the other tips in the book, or please remember some of the other tips in the book are, for instance, you may have an annuity and may be already experiencing a long-term care problem. Well, we may be able to convert that annuity into tax-free dollars that can be spent on the long-term care. So, a lot of different techniques and tools we can use to improve one's life.
That's great. That's great. Well, it's been a real pleasure hanging out and talking with you, Joe. If anybody'd like to get a hold of you, what's your website?
RetireWestTexas.com.
That seems pretty simple there.
Yep.
All right. Joe Allbright from Retire West Texas. Thanks for joining us today on Planning for the Future.
Thank you, Brendan.
Thanks for listening to Planning for the Future, the podcast. To get a free copy of Joe's book, call 424-550-4500. Planning for the Future is brought to you by the Eldercare Media Network and produced by thepodcastproshop.com.